Hello everybody, hope you're doing all good. Our group will be showing you our research paper titled as Being Bilingual in Borinquen, Advantages and Disadvantages. Our group is formed by
Hi, my name is Calvin Ortiz.
Hi, I'm Gabriel Madera.
Hello, my name is Isaiah Cabello.
Abey VELEZ-CLASS.
The research paper topic we all agreed to is overall being bilingual in Puerto Rico is more an advantage than a disadvantage. We did extensive research and selected a few bibliographies we were going to use in this research. The subtopics we decided to dig into are social development and bilingualism in Puerto Rico, job acquisition and bilingualism, and bilingual education. First of all, we chose social development to see how bilingualism is seen in Puerto Rico. In this topic, we can see how people can be treated differently in Puerto Rico just by speaking English in public, and compare the population in Puerto Rico that is bilingual to the monolingual. Second of all, we chose job acquisition because in this topic we can really compare if being bilingual can give you a better chance at getting a job. And finally, we chose education because we can compare how studying in a private school can be an advantage over studying in a private school, and if the bilingual program in Puerto Rico is really doing something to apport to the bilingual population in Puerto Rico.
In this research paper, we decided to do a brief historical and social analysis of Puerto Rico. We found that bilingualism in Puerto Rico began when the United States took complete control of Puerto Rico in 1898. In this paper, we studied and analyzed the positive and negative aspects of being bilingual in Puerto Rico. The three domains we selected for our paper were education, social development, and job acquisition. We presented 6 positive aspects about bilingual education. Also, we compared the public education system to the private education system and determined whether bilingualism was an objective of their system or not. Socially speaking, we determined that bilingualism might not be a good idea in public. We presented some information that confirms that Puerto Rico is not a bilingual society, and that if you try to approach someone in English, they probably will not understand you. We also presented that bilingualism in job acquisition is a must, since bilingualism is a skill that many employers look for. We concluded that overall, being bilingual in Puerto Rico is more an advantage than a disadvantage.
In our research process, after establishing our main points, our topic, our thesis statement, and what we're gonna approach to, looking at our research process, we had to look for the links, for the information. Now, our first step was looking for references, links, information that we could on our university database. At first, we searched for 10 links that will help us develop our topic and familiarize with it. Know what we're gonna talk about, know the information, know bilingualism in Puerto Rico. We had to look a lot of information of the education of bilinguals in Puerto Rico, how beneficial it's been bilingual in Puerto Rico, and how not beneficial it's been bilingual in Puerto Rico. And after that, we got more links, because we need more information. We need to get as much as possible, read as much as possible, so we can do a good research paper. After that, we annotated 10 of those references, the ones that we thought they were the more valuable, or not valuable, but the ones that had the information that we needed, the information that we were gonna quote, the information that we thought it was necessary for the research paper. Apart from the database, we also had to look information in other places. We used the internet, Google, to look for more statistics, like a statistic for how many people traveled in a year compared to other years, which is a lot more this year's. Also, how many food is imported in Puerto Rico, how many food is consumed in Puerto Rico. Well, I didn't believe it at first, but all Puerto Rican food that is consumed on the island, 85% is imported. So only 50% of the items that we eat, the food, only 50% is produced here. That's like unbelievable.
Two strategies that were used from Students' Book of College English to make this research paper work, taking advantages of libraries from chapter 20 titled Doing Research, pages 421 to 422. We used the university's database to do most of our research and find most articles. Another strategy that was used to make this research paper was the first draft, which is found in chapter 21 titled Writing Your Research Paper, page 446. During the process of writing the paper, we used a first Google Doc to make a draft and write down all of our ideas and then organize them all to do the final version of the paper. We chose two concepts from Bilingual, Life and Reality that relate to our research paper. First is chapter 9, Attitudes and Feelings about Bilingualism, and the concept is how bilinguals view the advantages of bilingualism. We chose this concept because our main topic is advantages and disadvantages of being bilingual in Puerto Rico. And this gave us a slight idea in general how bilinguals view advantages of it. Like maybe you can get a better job opportunity, you have a better chance to communicate when traveling, that kind of stuff. Second one is chapter 4, Language Mode and Language Choice, and the concept is language mode and language choice, page 39. We chose this concept since in Puerto Rico, the most known languages are Spanish and English, so you need to know when to use each of them. And we also have a case where a employee was suspended for talking English to a customer that only knew Spanish.
Sí, muy buenos días, caballero. ¿Encontró todo lo que buscaba?
Sí, hola, buena. Sí, esto sería todo, gracias.
Hey, Isaias, are we still going to the beach after the shift or what?
Yeah, of course, Gabriel, we're going to the beach. That's when our shift is over, because our friends are already there waiting for us.
Pero permiso, ¿ustedes no ven que yo estoy aquí? ¿Cómo ustedes van a usar el inglés para insultarme en mi cara? ¿Cómo van a decir esas cosas? No, eso es una falta de respeto. Edúquense, respeten a los mayores.
Caballero, en ningún momento yo le insulté, yo solamente le estaba queriendo decir a mi compañero que así vamos a irnos a la playa luego del trabajo, luego de que termináramos el turno. No fue mi intención hacerlo sentir mal, ni ofendido, ni nada.
¿Dónde está el gerente? Que lo voy a buscar ahora mismo, que venga, ahora.
Disculpe por interrumpir esto, pero estaba escuchando la conversación y que usted dijo que se ofendió, pero realmente mi compañero no le dijo nada malo, ni lo ofendió, ni le quiso decir nada malo. La cosa es que estaba teniendo una conversación conmigo en inglés, ¿verdad? Pero lo que estábamos planeando era ir para la playa tan pronto terminar el trabajo, ya que una amistad estaban esperándonos allí. Pero si tiene un problema, pues deme un break, ¿verdad? Rapidito para llamar al manager y para que tenga la conversación con él.
Sí, bueno, ¿cuál sería el problema?
Disculpe, gerente. Me están insultando en inglés al frente de mi cara y lo hacen en inglés para que yo no lo note. Dale una suspensión o algo, eso es una falta de respeto. No debe ser bienvenido aquí, debe ser prohibido usar el inglés en este supermercado.
Permiso, manager, ocurrió una situación, ¿verdad? Con Gabriel. La cosa es que estábamos hablando nosotros en inglés, él estaba atendiendo un cliente, ¿verdad? Estábamos hablando nosotros en inglés y él lo que le dijo fue que íbamos a ir para la playa, pero lo dijo en inglés y al parecer el cliente se ofendió porque se pensó que estábamos hablando de él en inglés y realmente era que cuando termináramos el trabajo íbamos a salir para la playa ya que unas amistades nos están esperando. Tenemos un problema, ¿verdad? Para ver si puede atenderlo.
Pero Gabriel, ¿cómo tú te atreves a faltarle respeto a un cliente?
Pero Kelvin, ¿por qué me vas a suspender si la conversación no era con él? Era con Isaías, le estaba diciendo que si quería ir a la playa después de que saliéramos de trabajar. O sea, no le dije nada ofensivo, ni le estaba intentando insultar ni nada.
No, yo no quiero excusa. Eso es inaceptable. Está suspendido.